Welcome to part 3 of Let's Play Golden Axe 2 on the Sega Mega Drive. In this video I'll be completing the game as Gilius Thunderhead. Okay, one player and Gilius Thunderhead, here we go. Okay, so what's his special move? Not bad. Okay, first enemy is always the Freddy Krueger glove man. Try not to jump with him because he can get you out of the air and he has really long reach. Oh dear, not a good start. And I walked back into it as well. That's the worst part of that. I escaped it and I walked back into it. Okay, yeah, annoyingly Gilius Thunderhead can only hold 4 books of magic, and it only goes up level 3, so it's sort of like his weak point. Oh. Let's just try to get through this as quickly as possible. Oh no. Oh, I even jumped and it still got me. Give me that thing. Give me your magic, thank you. I don't need it anyway, but whatever. Oh, Mr. Bizarrian, your tail isn't long enough. Your tail needs to be longer if you want to be a good whipper. It's just not good enough. Come on then, there we go. Do the old magic. I don't want to waste it. Okay, with this annoyance, just do that on him because it's too difficult to get him with the Bizarrian because you have to get too close and he'll do the mace thing on you. Let's just charge him with the Bizarrian, it's easier. How can you sleep like that? You get really sort of really uncomfortable because your arm would go dead. I mean, I've tried doing that for long periods of time when I'm reading a book, lying on my bed and stuff, and it sort of, you know, my arm goes dead. I couldn't possibly sleep like that. Anyway, after the battle in the ravaged village, we decided to start for the ancient ruins. Yeah, so I couldn't possibly sleep like that. Although when I was very little, I must have sleepwalked, because one time I woke up and it was the middle of the night, and I was actually on my feet, next to my bed. But, I'm not usually a sleepwalker, but that did happen. It was all dark and very frightening because I was only about 3 or 4 years old. But yeah, that's not one of my things. I don't sleepwalk or anything. Oi. Oh no. Oh good. Oh no, it did get me. I thought I was the bloke running away then for a second. Don't you know that is irritating as hell? Stop charging me at every opportunity. Oh no, the skeletons. Come on then. Get behind me. There we go. Oh, that was close. Good, did it first time. Yeah, because of this Bizarrian, it usually gets me. This way. Yeah. Yeah, I knew you'd do that, you git. Go on, charge at me. No, he actually knocked the Bizarrian in. Good. Might as well use a magic just to get this, because he's going to give me magic anyway. Ape Escape, that was a good game, wasn't it? I enjoyed doing those videos. Although I'm still annoyed I died on one of the last levels. So I nearly did it without losing any lives. Good. Come here. Good. Remain there, please. Aren't you dead yet? Good. There's pink ones. No. It's annoying, isn't it? Ah. Oh no, phew. He was nearly in league with the screen again, getting the screen to help him out because he can go out the screen, but I can't. Oh no! Oh, God! I'll use the magic now. Might not get rid of these skeletons, and it didn't. Brilliant. Always good news. Won't need the meat or the bread that mage will give me. I still don't understand why a mage is carrying around bread and meat. I mean, or maybe he's not a mage because he is wearing green. Maybe he's just like a food vendor. I don't know. I was thinking the other day why a drug dealer is called a drug dealer when they should really be called drug vendors. You know, I mean, you don't call your... I don't know, if you're buying something from a shop, like a shopkeeper, he isn't called a shop, he isn't called a dealer, because he's selling you something, and likewise, a drug dealer is selling you drugs, so he's really a drug vendor. Anyway, we found the enemy was using the ancient ruins as a base. We have destroyed it, and now we leave for the enemy's headquarters. Where are the enemy's normal quarters? I mean, that'd be more important because that'd be the brunt of the enemies, wouldn't it? The main army, not just the headquarters. No, the main army would be at the headquarters, wouldn't it? But the majority of the army would be at quarters other than at the headquarters. I don't think much of this Dark Gourd as a military tactician. I mean, he's giving his minions sort of clubs and Freddy Krueger gloves. There's no armour. There's barely a helmet. They're not wearing anything on their legs. And they're using a club instead of a sword. Yeah, they need to be better armed. Oh, phew, he was nearly in league with the screen again. Don't you move out of my down thrust, you git. You little ragamuffin, you little scallywag. Another weird insult. Right, there's two annoyances are coming out there, come on. Oh, it's close. Whoops, nearly fell off myself. There. I hate those things so much. Off you come, that's it. Like clockwork. There we go. Right. I'll go down here and see if I can knock them off. Good. Your turn. There we go. Beautiful. And you fall for it every time. Right, the first lizards are coming now, aren't they? Oh, I just realised he does his magic by putting his sword to the ground. Didn't realise. That's interesting. Even though he's the worst at magic, he has his own sort of way of doing it. Your turn. I said it's your turn. I didn't ask you to interrupt me with your tail whip. Don't want to lose another life. Capital. Let's get some health back, man. Get some health back, dude. Hey, I want more health. Yeah, but they're in league with a screen and I'm not, so they can go. You know, to reach the enemy's castle, which is blocked by high mountains, we reluctantly decide to march through the cave called Dragon's Throat. Right, here's that enemy that always gets me. Come on. Oh, it's close. He nearly did it again. Lovely. Come on then. Nope. There we go. I knew you could do it. Right, very close. And wake them up. It's raining boulders. Hallelujah. Why would it be good that it's raining men? Why do they want it to rain men? Oh yes, it's raining like overweight, well, is it middle-aged men, sort of overweight, sort of balding men that have a drinking problem. It's raining slobs. They probably don't mean that though, but it always reminds me of that whenever I hear it's raining men, which is admittedly once in a blue moon because I hate the song. But whenever I hear it or remember it, I think of like 40-year-old balding slobs coming down with a drinking problem. Anyway, enough of that. Wakey, wakey. Have another one. Whoops, I used 2 by accident, never mind. Which is a waste, because it might be a waste actually. No, it's not, because I did do a different one. No, using 3 books would be a waste, because that does the same as... Oh no, that wouldn't be a waste. Oh no, yes, it would be a waste, yeah, because using 3 books does the same as 2 books with Gilius Thunderhead. Don't you know, that is extremely irritating. Right. Not too close. Ah, absolutely painful, and he's going to charge me, isn't he? Yep. Just because I went a little bit too close, you annoyance. That was annoying, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? It was. You may die for your annoyance. Why aren't you dead yet? Die. shown up. They both shown up. You know, I'm going to use magic. I'm going to use it on this one, not on the end bit, because that'll only wake up those annoying half-man, half-dog things with maces. Oh, I was doing exactly the same number of attacks, except to the left one I was getting them properly, to the right one I was just doing the jumping attack, and they died at the same time. No, no, no. God! All because he was in league with the wall. That's all that was, because I couldn't get him. I didn't want to. I had to wait a bit, because I didn't want him to get off the Bizarrian outside the screen, so then I wouldn't be able to get it. So yes, that was doubly annoying, wasn't it? It's your fault. It's all your fault. What? Make them all come. I can take them all on. Die. Let's use the end of this. No, that's. I can't get it off now. Oh, good. So I nearly did the same mistake of activating those enemies early. I want to kill these first before I activate the half-men, half-dog enemies. Oh, God. I really hate it when they do that. Don't you get away with that. Don't you run away from me. Don't help him out. That's not fair. Oh, there's a very precarious situation there. Poised to attack me. Go on in. Let's do this. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this is not going to last long, is it? Because they're sort of getting out of sync a bit. Inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. Because I lost the Bizarrian. Okay, enough. Why does it only take one hit to get them down? I always think it means that they're about to die, but it isn't. Because he didn't die. Alright, at least I can get all my health back. Yes, come on. Oh, good. Right, that's the health sorted. It's the last load of health I'll get, though. We have passed through the long, red-hot cave and found the castle gate standing in front of us. Jolly good, I say. Alright, where's the first annoyance? Here he is. No, I was getting both of you, wasn't I? So that's not fair, is it? And don't be in league with the screen. Because we all know that's not fair. It's not fair how you can go out the screen and I can't. Oh, good. No, I didn't say you could ride it, did I? I did not say you could ride it. I'm riding it. I'm in command of this Bizarrian. Why aren't you dead yet? Die. Oh, good. I think that's the best way to do that. Just let them follow you to the bottom of the level, or the screen rather than go after them. Straight in. There we go. And in. Oh no. Oh good. No Bizarrian for you. I don't want it. I'm a dog in the manger. If I can't have it, no one can. That's a dog in the manger. Yeah, the story of the dog in the manger is it was one of Aesop's fables. There was a very hungry horse, and there was a pile of hay on a farm or whatever. I can't remember exactly. And then in the pile of hay there was a dog, and the horse politely asked the dog to move so he can eat the hay, and the dog refused. Yeah, a manger of hay. You know, that's what Jesus was. That's what Jesus was. Well, he slept in a manger, didn't he? Which is like, it's a thing for keeping hay in for a horse. And the dog wouldn't move from the manger, and so the dog tried to reason with him and say, "But there's no point in you being in the manger because you can't eat hay." And so the dog said, "But if I can't have it, no one can," or something like that. And that's a dog in the manger. There's also another Aesop's fables. There's the story of the sour grapes. There's a fox, and because foxes are omnivores, sort of, they can well, either omnivores or they're not. So I suppose they are omnivores. But yeah, and there's some grapes hanging from a vine, of course. And they're a little bit too high, and he tried to jump to get them, but he just couldn't reach. And then in the end, the fox said, "Oh, it doesn't matter because those grapes look green and sour anyway, you know." And so that's sour grapes, you know. If you can't get something, then you just say that, "Oh, I don't want them anyway," you know, when of course you did want them, but you're just saying that they're bad because you can't get them, but you still want them, but you're trying to make out that you don't want them, and that's being sour grapes. I think there was another Aesop's fable. It was about boasting. There was a man who came back from a trip to another, you know, that's far away or something. I mean, I read all these when I was little. I'm trying to remember them, but yeah, there was a man who came back from a trip far away, and he said, "Oh, you should have been." He was boasting to everyone and saying, "Oh, you should have been there. There are loads of people jumping really high, and I jumped this high, and I was the best jumper there. I jumped so and so high, and it was really good." And then one man just said to him, "Well, if you jumped high there, why can't you jump high here? You could show us, man. I mean, you could show us now." And the man said, "Oh no, I can't do it now." And the moral of the story was not to boast, but I didn't really get that one very well because yeah, he was boasting, but it wasn't true. But that doesn't mean that you can't boast when it is true. It just means don't boast when it isn't true. But anyway, but that was another one. Yeah. Oh, there was the other one, the classic one, the tale of the. I think this is an Aesop's fable. Yeah, there was the dog that it was given a bone, and then it went to a river, and it saw reflected in the river another dog with a bone, and it said to itself, rather the dog said to himself, "Oh, that dog also has a bone. I'm going to jump in and get it." And of course, it was just his reflection, and he lost both, and he lost his bone trying to get the reflection. And the moral of the story was always be content with what you have, which is quite a good one, I think. There was another fairy story. This wasn't an Aesop's fable that I read when I was very little. It was a fairy story, and the story was. I'll simplify it for you. It was just sort of. There was a man who was given. He did something magical. He rescued a wizard or something, and he was given like a magical ring that had one wish on it. It had one wish that could be granted. And the man thought to himself, "Oh, I'll save the wish, and you know, I'll save the wish for later. I'll use the magic." And his wife said, "Oh, why don't you wish for a new horse? We need a new horse." And the man said, "Well, there's no point in him wishing for the new. There's no point him wishing for a new horse. Let's just work for ages and work really hard, and then later on we can just. And then later on we'll be able to get the horse and keep our wish. So they worked really hard for a year, and then they got a new horse, and they still kept the wish. And then the wife said to him again, "Why don't let's wish for a new house?" And the man said again, "Well, let's just work really hard for a year, then we'll be able to afford a new house and keep the wish." And they did, and they got the new house. And this kept going on and on. And meanwhile, the man actually lost the ring. It was taken from him by a very unscrupulous gentleman, and because he knew it was a magic ring, and the man just wasted the wish. He just wished for a pile of gold coins or something, and a pile of gold coins proceeded to rain on him and kill him until it swallowed him up. And the original owner of the ring eventually didn't. He never used the ring, and they just kept working hard and getting stuff. And he never actually made his wish, even though he couldn't anyway. And the moral of the story was that a bad thing in the hands of a good man is always better than a good thing in the hands of a bad man. Yeah, so that's quite a good story. But I can't really remember it that well. It was so long ago that I read it, so I didn't really tell it very well. Plus I'm trying to play this game at the same time. But yeah, so the man who took the ring was a bad man, and he had a good thing, but that's not as good as oh yeah, and the good man, yeah, the man who took the ring replaced the ring with one that didn't work. Yeah, so the bad thing in the hands of a good man, which is the ring that didn't work, is always better than a good thing in the hands of a bad man. That was the moral of the story. And I'm really doing badly at this because I'm not concentrating. Why aren't he dead yet? That's one. Alright, good, at last. Okay, so our enemy, Dark Gould, must be in this castle. Now take courage, the real battle has just started. Okay, we're nearly done. I'm already at maximum magic now. No, I'll just take it. Right, that half man, half dog is going to come out, isn't he? I'll see if I can get him without magic. I don't want to waste it on him. Come on. There we go. Oh, in league with the screen again. And again. Oh dear. I really hate these things, it's so awkward trying to get them. Good. Trying to get these in there as well, make it easier for me. No, I'll just kill this one normally. No, it's too awkward to get him in the pit. What? Nope. This won't kill him anyway, but it'll give me a good start. I knew one would get me. And you made no noise. Right. Okay, skeletons here. Coming up you get. No, I have no magic, do I? Come on, here we go. Don't make him get out the screen. I need that screen. Come on. No, he's being annoying. Cost me a life to get. There we are. Oh. That's it, all stay on this side. Oh dear, he was slightly below me. Good. They get me every time, those two. Might have to save the magic for the last boss, don't I? Dark Gould. Oh no, he's coming. Oh good, managed to get a... I didn't mean to do that, but I'm glad it happened. Right, now your turn. That was close. I was lucky not to be hit there. Good. Alright, last boss. Immediately do the magic. Good, he didn't get the cheap shot on me. I moved down in preparation. Don't you dare. Okay, last continue. Ah. Come on. Need to get a decent hit on him. There we go, that's what I want. You can have another one too. Good, it's worth it for the hits I'm getting on him. Come on, nearly done. How could I not get him, but he can get me? Good. Excellent then. Alright, so we've done it with Gilius Thunderhead now. Okay, so we read this, let's just skip to the end until we get to the high score. Oh, that was lucky. Okay, we get 83.2. So we get a grade A, brilliant. Okay, so that's the end of part 3. In the next part, I'll be doing the dual mode, and that will be the end of this game after that. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.